Okay, so what you're seeing here is a capacitive discharge unit that is specifically for supporting and protecting switches on a train layout. What I mean by that is typically you use a momentary switch to send power to the switches out on your layout. And if you hold that momentary switch in the on position or activated side, it can overheat and burn up your switches. And I have done that. Unbeknownst to me, I have a switch right here. If you will see it, the magic smoke has been removed from the switch. See how it's all melted? The bottom, yeah, it's shot. So here's another one that hasn't been melted, and so I'm going to have to replace this one before the train show, and it's not coming till Thursday, and the train show is Sunday, so I hope it's on time. I have to replace that one. So I got, okay, I don't want that to happen again. How do I solve that problem? Well, so what this is this goes, your power comes in from your normal switches here. It has a full wave rectifier here. It has a control transistor and energy storage here in these capacitors. And that little red LED is illuminated when the capacitors are up to charge. So what happens is you use the energy in the capacitors to throw the coil, and that's limited because there's only so much energy. And when you activate the relay through the switches, it turns off this charge circuit through this transistor. Basically, when this output here is connected to the coil, and actually this just goes to all of my switches, and so when you throw that switch on your control panel, it uses this energy stored here, and it turns off this charge transistor, so it can't charge at the same time you are using it. The detection here that detects this a low resistance on these wires when that coil is activated, turns off that transistor, only using the charge in these capacitors. And you will see, I'm going to activate a switch, and you're going to see what happens here. I'm going to activate, hopefully get this in here. Do you see the light blink? When the light goes off, I'm holding the switch in the on position, but very little power is going to that coil. And once again, you can probably hear the switch a little bit. And I can tell you right now, this works really well. I can burn out these switches if I hold it wrong, which I did. But if you actually have you want to get your younger kids in it, they're going to hold these switches in the wrong position for a long time, and you'll pay for it by burning up a switch. One thing you can do to make it easier, here's a switch right there I'm clicking. And this switch was a little sluggish previously when I had it directly connected. But you can see now, it really snaps over smartly. No hesitation or anything. And I've actually tried this on my larger HO set, and that configuration works also. So it's going to be great. I'm going to be going to the train show on Sunday. I'm going to show this off, see if people might be interested in it. This is a variation of one I found online through this capacitor discharge unit. Excuse me. It was on this talkingelectronics.com. I have made some changes on it to make it simpler to build. Put a little more gusto in the caps, and you see these caps are standing straight up. These are laid over. That's not a big deal. I did use a full wave bridge, and I used some larger amperage diodes, making sure that they basically don't get ruined by the current that gets discharged through here. But it really works great. I'm going to make another one up, hopefully before the show, and show it off there. Remember, that's Sunday. It's in the Spokane Fairgrounds. If you're here, please come by, check us out, and give me a like, give me a thumbs up. You got questions? Throw me a question. Thanks for watching.